Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I haven't posted in over 2 weeks. Sorry, I know that in terms of the YouTube algorithm, that's shooting yourself in the foot. But I have a lot of other stuff going on. I'm not like a pro YouTuber. I just kind of do this sometimes. And the build is really stalled. The shop I want to go to for the engine is backed up. Getting parts in is slower than usual because of COVID-19, and my region is in a lockdown. So for now, things have really kind of frozen and there's not too much I can do about it. So this is a Project Shine Auto Nismo version 2 replica front bumper that I've had since about 2008. You can see it's in super rough shape. Stone chips from the track. Everything getting thrown at the front bumper. Because my gutted hood is so flexible, I've been Gorilla taping the leading edge to make sure it doesn't vibrate in the wind. And that has wrecked the paint on the front of the bumper. You can see this side of the bumper is actually just cracked a little bit. And for those reasons, I actually debated replacing this, but I think now I might just repair it a little bit, refinish it. And the goal still is to wrap the car this year. So once it's wrapped and once it's refinished, I think this will do it. I'm actually not going to replace this front bumper. I've had it since 2008 and I think I'm still going to just keep using it. There hasn't really been too much point in starting that yet, but I have an old neighbor that owns a body shop. I might take it by there and see what he can do with it to make it look a little bit better. Right now, I lean towards wrapping the car 3M Black Rose, which is sort of close to a brickyard color. I think that'll look really good. So I guess the only thing that I could practically get done right now would be to cut this new bumper. I just want to cut it a little bit better looking than I cut the last one. So as far as I know, this was the first 350Z to have its rear bumper cut off for track use. I just did it to reduce wind resistance, especially with the single exhaust, and to reduce weight. And it did achieve both of those things. But in terms of aesthetics, I think I took it just a bit too far. So when I cut the new one, I think I'm going to try to fill in some of this space just down to about here so I can cover all that exposed metal. I can't do that and hang it right now just because this exhaust is still in the way. And that's going to be coming off the car, obviously, when the engine is swapped and when everything else is taken away for the drivetrain. So that would be the easiest time to make the bumper modifications. So new transmission CD00A. Obviously no point in putting that in yet because the engine is being rebuilt. This is the old splitter. It's homemade and it's seen tons of use. I was thinking about getting this replaced with an actual high quality carbon fiber foam core unit this year, but I might just redesign this either in plywood or alu panel again. I might build in some diffusers. I have an acquaintance or a friend, Trackworks Aero Products on Instagram, and he can help me develop some ducting and maybe some diffusers for it, which should make it more effective. And I think that's probably going to be the way to go for this year. This is the Sabon carbon fiber hatch. Obviously, no point in starting to put this on yet because I haven't been able to get out to Kitchener to order a Lexan window yet, and I don't want this to be getting rained on when it goes in for the engine swap, or for the engine refresh. With no back window, if they have to push it outside because they need the shop space, it's just going to fill with rain. So I don't necessarily want to unbolt the stock hatch and test fit that. Not really much point in doing that yet. So that's the new GT250 wing. Obviously, no way to really install that yet because it will have to be chassis mounted because the carbon fiber hatch can't support it. Just the uprights for the wing. You can see a collection of new brake pads. Obviously, no point in putting those on yet. Plus, it's a 1 hour job to do that. Not a big deal. There's the stock sway bar I wanted to put back on. Obviously, it's going to be much easier to put back on when I've got that exhaust off. So when that exhaust comes off, obviously putting a new sway bar on the back is going to be much easier. The rest of these are just engine components that are going in. So when the engine refresh is further along, There's no point in starting that. There's a block spacer. That's a Haltech ECU. 90 millimeter throttle body. Hose set. What is that one? Oh, that's the final drive gear. So obviously the differential's coming down too. And when the whole drivetrain's out, that's going to be much easier to do. Now, I've been in touch with alphamotorsports.ca, who've been a longtime supporter of my competition on track. Really, they've been the best as far as providing parts, or at least helping with the cost of parts. I've spoken to them about ordering some SPL suspension components, so apparently those are on the way, but not here yet. And I've also messaged them about picking up some tires, and I think, in the absence of anybody really releasing some different rules, I think I'm just going to go with the Yokohama Advan AO52s, probably the 295 width. I'm not sure where the car will actually end up racing this year, but I could either go in a local series called Ontario Time Attack, which is the FIA sanctioned time trial series, or I could go into CSCS, which is Canadian Sport Compact Series. They're more of an open style time attack event, but their tire rules have not been released yet, so how long can one wait? There's also the possibility that I might not really be ready for the competitions that start. So I might not be really looking at winning championships or being competitive anyways. So it's more about just getting back out there. So yeah, that's where the rebuild stands for now. If you have any other ideas about videos you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comment section below. I'll see if I can throw some out over the next few weeks. All right, thanks. See you later.